In this video, we're going to talk about ADA accessibility compliance. We're just going to have a very brief overview of what accessibility means and how it affects education, and in particular online education. And then I'm going to show you how to create a Zoom transcript so that students are able to have the video along with a transcript. So first of all, let's talk about why accessibility is important. First of all, it is the law that all of our courses be accessible to all students. During the 2015-2016 academic year, about 12% of grad students reported having a disability. So these disabilities can range from mobility and physical impairments, visual impairments, mental illness, or hearing impairments, among others. And many students who have impairments may not seek accommodation, but it's still our responsibility as educators to be compliant with the law and to make sure that all students have the same learning experience. And in talking about these learning experiences, there are quite a few assistive technologies out there. Now, there are many that we're already familiar with, and such as wheelchairs, glasses, canes, hearing aids, those types of things. But as all technology advances, so does assistive technology. So many new technologies are allowing people with disabilities much greater access to interacting and communicating in general. And so, for example, many people with low vision or blindness may rely on screen readers. And what a screen reader is, it's a program. It reads what's on the computer screen, and it allows them to navigate with a keyboard. And another technology is a smartphone, and there are multiple apps on smartphones that are considered assistive technologies. Also, in videos, we have closed captioning and transcripts for the hearing impaired. So that's where we're really going to concentrate on this in this particular video, is on closed captioning, but specifically on transcripts. So I wanted to mention a policy guidance by the Departments of Justice and Education. And this came about because in 2010, this is in response to a complaint that was filed by the National Federation of the Blind and the Department of Justice in regards to a program that Amazon was implementing with several colleges in giving them a Kindle DX e-reader. And the problem, though, was that the e-readers did not have a text-to-speech functionality to it. So this made it very difficult for those students with vision impairments to have the same experience as all other students. So this made it so that there was a policy guidance created by the Departments of Justice and Education. And so basically, it's important that the functional definition of accessibility is that students, it provides students with the opportunity to acquire the same information, to engage in the same interactions, and enjoy the same services as students without disabilities, with substantially equivalent ease of use. And I also wanted to re-emphasize the fact that even though students, a student may not have filed with the ADA office of the college or the university, it does not mean that we are not required to be compliant with the law. This is a federal law. It may be, you may have thoughts such as, well, why am I just now hearing about this? And that is a great question. It's been a law for quite some time, and so it's very important that we are in compliance with the law. We need to make sure that all of our students, no matter what impairments they may have or not at all, they all are able to get the same information and have the same educational experience as all other students. So we want to make sure that we are in compliant. So at this time, I'm going to show you how to create a transcript for your Zoom meeting. So you're going to do is navigate to mercer.zoom.us and log in and get to your profile. The second thing you're going to do is click on meetings, and this is where you're going to set up a new meeting. So you'll put all of the information in that is required for setting up your meeting. We're going to go on past that though. And then I want to click on this option under meeting options. I want to record the meeting automatically. And it needs to be in the cloud. That is the only way that a transcript is going to be provided, is if you have the recording in the cloud. Okay, so then we're going to click save. And so this meeting has been saved with with recording starting as soon as the meeting starts. Now it's not required that you do this step. If you start the recording in the middle of your after your Zoom session has started, that's fine too. You will still be able to create the transcript by doing the steps that I'm getting ready to show you. So what you're going to do now is click on recordings, and this is after you've already gone through your meeting and the recording has been rendered. You're going to click on recordings, and then you're going to click on settings. So once you do that, you want to go over here, make sure that this tab is active where it says recording, and then you're going to click here on audio transcript and make sure that this box is checked. If you hover over the question mark, you'll see that it says automatically transcribe the audio of a meeting or webinar that you record to the cloud. So make sure that this setting is checked. Then you're going to go back to your recordings, and then you can double check your transcripts and also edit those transcripts by clicking on the name of your Zoom session. And then you're going to click here on the recording on the icon for the video. And then you're going to go through and you'll see that the transcript is here. And then you will do your editing by clicking on the pencil icon. Each of your phrases or sentences is time-stamped. So it's organized in these time-stamped chunks of your transcript. So I see that there is an item here, or a word here that's not correct. So I'm going to click on the pencil, and then I can just type in here the change and then click save. Okay, so once I've done that and made those changes, I can close out of there. Then I can copy this link, copy the shareable link. When I copy this, it's going to, and then paste that in my Canvas course, it's going to show the exact thing that we just saw by clicking here. So students will be able to play the video and also have the transcript available. The transcript does scroll as the video goes through. So
talking about the quizzes in Canvas. Okay, so I have
so as you can see, as the audio is playing, the transcript is scrolling through. Okay, and so this is how you create transcripts and share those with your students in Zoom.